We're 3 days in now. There was a problem again last night. I think there was a delay this morning as well, early at around 5:30 when it first starts. But then this story to me, and this is from yesterday, kind of takes the cake. Yeah. So the gentleman's name is MICHEL-ANDRÉ GRÉGOIRE. He was a REM passenger. Monsieur Grégoire, thanks for being here this afternoon.
It's a pleasure.
So we're kind of laughing here in hindsight. I've not ridden the REM yet. You were on. I wonder if you would not mind explaining what happened to you, your story when you were on the REM yesterday.
Yeah, well, first of all, we are Nuns Island resident, and of course, we were real thrilled to finally see that REM arriving. So on Monday night, we decided to go to the cinema at the Distant Center, and so we said, "Hey, why not give it a try?" So we hopped in the train, and we went down to the cinema. So everything was fine. It was nice, a nice ride, a nice view. Everything was perfect. So we went to see our film, and at the end of the film, it was like kind of midnight. So we said, okay, we're still okay. The REM should close at 10 to 1, so we're okay. So we went back into the Distant station, and we opted in the train. We looked at the signs. One was going to Brossard, the other one was going to Montreal. So we sat down for, I would say, a nice 25, 30 minutes, wondering what was going on. People were coming in and out, so... Finally, the door shut down, and we had a welcome message like, welcome to the REM. The next station is Panama. So we said, okay, let's go on. And,
let me stop you for 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you say you were waiting for 25 or 30 minutes for a train?
No, but we were sitting in the train. It lasted about 25 minutes.
You were waiting.
Maybe it's the last one, and I don't know. Okay. But we were just sitting there.
Not going anywhere.
Waiting for it to leave.
Not going anywhere.
Okay. All right.
All right. So finally, we had the welcome thing, and they said, okay, we're fine. We're on the good side and everything. Suddenly, the door closed, and then instead of going forward, we went backwards.
Oh, no.
So now we're starting to laugh, and so I said, okay, maybe he's going to change rail. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So finally, we headed through Brossard, the last station, but we never stopped there. And then my wife looked at me and said, Michel, what's going on? There's many rails around us. So I said, yeah, for a joke, I said, we might end up in the garage. Who knows, But finally, that's what happened. It took its way back to the garage. So we were parked in the garage among all those trains. So wondering what's going on, But the door closed, we don't know. There's no staff. There's no employees, nothing. So we've been sitting there for about 5-10 minutes and say, okay, what's going on? So my wife decided to walk around in the train and saw that little red button with an ear, a design of an ear. Mm-hmm. So she pressed the button, and then we heard security. She said, hi, we're stuck in your garage. Is that normal?
Oh, my God.
So then the gentleman over the intercom says, please hold. He was surprised, So finally he came back about 3 minutes afterwards, and he said, yes, hello. We just opened our cameras, and indeed we see you in the train. I said, okay, so what's the next step? He said, I'm not really sure. Hold on. So finally, 8 minutes later, he said, okay, we're going to bring back the train to the Brossard station, and someone will be there waiting for you to assist you. So finally, the lights open, we go down, and we arrive at the Brossard station. The doors open, and there's a gentleman there say, oh, my God, are you the one who were in the garage? I say, yes, indeed. So he said, I'm sorry, we don't know what to say, what to explain, but since about an hour, the train is running by itself, doing all weird stuff. So I said, okay, that's interesting. And finally, the inspector of the REM came to meet us, and he said, okay, my instruction is to drive you back to the Nuns Island station. So we opted into his VUS car, and he brought us back.
So in his own private vehicle, the SUV, the STM inspector, or I guess the REM inspector, drove you back in his car back to the station.
Exactly. Yeah, meaning he's not a taxi, so he was bringing us, and we had a third party with us. He was a tourist from Venezuela who didn't speak French or English. He was kind of freaking out because, hey, what's going on? So my wife tried to calm him down and say, listen, don't worry, they'll take charge of it. So they brought us here, and the other party was brought to the Montreal Central Station.
So you had a private chauffeur, and it's funny because I was thinking, all right, we're laughing at it now, but I wondered at any point if it was scary. So clearly it was a little scary for this tourist who had no idea what was going on. Were you scared, you and your wife, at any point, Michel-André?
Well, at the first, like we said, we were laughing about it. It was so funny. But, we are aware it's a new system, and, they've been testing for a year and a half with Sandbag, and now finally they have customer in there. But with a back view, I mean, saying, okay, that happened. But if the trains decide to go on his own back to the garage or whatsoever, what can happen next?
Exactly. Where would it go next time?
And the fact that there's no one in the car, there's no security, there's no employees, it's kind of, what could have happened? So, like I said, I mean, no harm's done. We're finally back home safe. Instead of 15 minutes, it took like 2 hours. But, finally everything went fine. But I don't know. Let's see. It's a rolling test, like they say. So hopefully nothing. And like I said, I mean, I didn't know that would bring so much attention. I mean, I just posted an experience. That's it, and finally everyone's calling me from everywhere.
Yeah, well, your experience of going backwards on the train and ending up in the garage, I mean, I can understand why. Yeah, you are. And you're very forgiving at the same time.
Yeah, have they compensated you in any way? You're getting free
passes? Not even a phone.
No.
No. I mean, basically,
they gave him a ride.
It's brand new. They're willing. They compared this with the Metro in the 1966.
Yeah.
So, basically, we're not users of public transportation, but no, like everyone, we were curious. I did it. I tried it. Now, next time I'll take my car. It's faster and
so much for that. I want to ask you one other thing. When you got to the garage, when you realized you're in the middle of a garage with all these other trains, you're obviously not going to where you wanted to go. There was nobody, obviously, on the train, you said. No. I'm just wondering at that point, could you have gotten off? The doors are not even open, right? You're just basically stuck in the car.
You're stuck in an aquarium with the view of all the other trains. So even there, I was calm. I said to myself, listen, we'll just lie down on the floor. We'll sleep. And when they start at 5:20, we'll get back home.
My God.
So we were just like having fun,
You're a good sport, my friend.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, basically, what can we do? There's no need of... But I'm thinking if it was been an old lady or something like that,
not so
I
funny.
would have gone.
Or that
For me, it's an experience. It's a hell of an experience. Finally, it's very funny. But like I said, no harm's done.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they will take this as an example. I did an interview this afternoon with CTV, and we went back to the REM, and for the first time, I saw some employee with the SAR saying the REM, and they were giving instruction. So at least there's a good thing out of it.
I should so Natasha, we reached out, right, from the REM to here's what they said.
We reached out to CDPQ Infra, which owns the REM, and they responded. They said, as soon as our operators spotted the passengers, which it sounds to me like they didn't, you had to tell them they were immediately taken care of and returned to their destination. The event was not related to a service interruption. The team on the ground is confident that such an event is exceptional and will not happen again. Passengers were safe inside the train at all times.
Yeah, that's true, Bob. Yeah, but basically, my concern is they were not aware that we were there because they would have talked to us before. It took like 10 minutes, and when we did press the button and the security came in, they told us we're open. We just opened the cameras and we're seeing you. So is this camera always on, or they just open for that's all questions that we were not answered.
Hey, Michel, you live to talk about it. That's the most important part.
You should get some free passes.
Nothing happened. Like I said, we were lucky. We're just looking. But when you have a step back and you realize what happened, anything could have gone wrong. I mean, if the train goes by itself and decides that he runs at a speed involving and enter another one, we never know what could happen.
Don't even want to think about that. Michel-André Grégoire and his very exciting adventure on the REM on day 2.
On the REM.
Michel, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. You're a good sport.
Have a great day.
Take care.